Welcome back to Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Yankees dominate last night 12-3. The bats come alive. Good signs all around. Gotta start. Something that had to happen. We're all a little sad to see it, but let's face it, it did have to happen. Yankees designate Carlos Carrasco for assignment. Poor Cookie. I think we knew this was going to happen at some point. You can't have that poor of a performance from your fourth and fifth starters. Will Warren, probably a little bit more talented than Carrasco, so you probably keep Warren. Clark Schmidt pitched well last night, showing signs of life here. But yeah, I think I think no one's surprised about this. They announced it. Yeri De Los Santos is recalled from AAA Scranton, just to be placed on the roster. Boone hasn't ruled out of him not coming back. Like, if he clears waivers, it could be a possibility if he's able to make some adjustments. But the numbers, he appeared in 8 games, starting 5.91 ERA. That's just not going to get it done, and just not as talented, or the stuff isn't as great as some of the other guys on the staff. So sad, but I think it had to happen, and I'm glad the Yankees are not waiting and for more poor performances from the bottom half of the rotation. Like, things need to be done, decisions need to be made. You need to make them, and this is pretty cut and dry. And I'm glad they did, and I'm glad they're not waiting longer than they should. So again, Yanks 12-3 last night. Austin Wells had 5 RBIs in a 10-run 7th inning with an absolute slam. Just awesome. Judge homered again. What else is new? We're going to talk a little bit more about that. This team rakes. There's no question about it. I just like Trent Grisham in this lineup a lot. I think he can, he took a 4-pitch walk against Peralta to give the Yankees the lead, after Goldschmidt was intentionally walked. I like Ben Rice. I like Grisham in this lineup. I think they need to be in more, if possible. And they beat a great pitcher, Michael King, their number one pitcher that they have, and they smoked him. So, again, Ben Rice, 2-run double. Cody Bellinger, Volpe, a little RBI base hit. So, good things are definitely happening in this lineup. We know that they rake, and it just continued. We talk a lot about Judge, and there's a lot of hyperbole going, but I think it was Jason Stark wrote a piece in The Athletic about how Aaron Judge might be, it is 12 home run against the Pods recently. He might be the greatest right-handed hitter we've seen in the last 100 years. That's how incredible this guy is. He entered the major, the league with a .412 batting average, pacing the AL in RBIs. Yesterday's homer gave him 34. 14-game hitting streak. It's incredible. And for a guy that big to be able to get the bat in the zone that quickly, one of the things they talked about Bonds, which was unheard of, or why he was so legendary, and we've talked a lot about the show that Judge is approaching, he's on pace for 1993 Barry Bonds, which is always a good company. But the thing they said about Bonds is why he was able to generate so much power consistently is that he would let the ball travel farther than most other people. Most guys want to get the bat on the ball out in front to create launch. Also, if you have a slower bat, I think you're seeing that with Goldschmidt. Goldschmidt is sort of either hitting balls to right or right center field, or he's pulling the ball down to left because he just doesn't have the power to go to the gaps anymore. He just doesn't. So he's not letting the ball travel too far in. He's either pulling the ball or he's waiting really late and shooting it the other way. But Judge's hands are so quick that he's able to allow the ball to get so far in And then because of his quick hands, being able to turn on it, which generates immense power. That's what they said about Bonds. Bonds had the quickest hands imaginable. He could wait longer than everybody else to decide if he wanted to hit a pitch and also make supreme contact fully while it's in the zone because his hands were so quick. And that obviously generates a lot of power. And it's amazing because he's 6'6", and he's humongous. And to be able to have the eye-hand coordination, the quick hands, and being able to just being able to square balls up consistently on a consistent basis, considering how elite pitching is just unbelievable. And they like his home run had 102 exit velocity, and just being able to do that and being able to hit in the opposite field like he does. I know you can say the short porch, but it's just incredible. I hope we all understand like how incredible this guy is. And we should. We talk about it every show, but we have to. Tonight, marquee matchup, Max Fried versus Dylan Cease. Cease's numbers aren't great, but he's arguably their most talented pitcher. Obviously, King is their ace, but Fried is an unbelievable 6-0, a 1.01 ERA, only 8 hits allowed, 11 strikeouts, 6 walks. Cease, not so great, 1-2, a 5.61 ERA. However, from a fan standpoint, this is going to be a great game to watch because both of them have absolute electric stuff. Cease probably a little bit more, it's just Fried's a better pitcher. So that's going to be an awesome game tonight. This series has just been a joy to watch because there's stars all over the place. Machado, Tatis, all over New York. So it's just awesome to see, and I can't wait for tonight. That's been your Yankees Latest. I'm your host, John Laloggia. Catch me tomorrow for an update, and go Yanks.